So, Mr. Sokomi, over to you. Can you hear me? Beautiful.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
Beautiful.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so since we've already established that there are four admins, the main admin is actually the ones that own, maybe say the account. So that's like the root user that I am representing now. Um,
Beautiful.
one good way I think to first understand is you need to go look at the policies first. That what are the policies that are available for that you can make use of. One way is use what AWS has already given you. Another way is to create your own policies yourself. Okay, so um, we will not give administrator access to anyone anymore since the three other admins can't have full access. So if we can just type maybe if we go a little downward, we'll see two job functions there. One is power user access, another says support user. So and they all have their own description. Um, the power user says gives full access to AWS services and resources, and I think that will um, fall for admin one. That will work very well for admin one since he's just in charge of um, services and resources. For okay, uh, I don't think the rookie should be able to to use the power user anyway. Okay, if we look at AWS config user access, it says access to use configuration, uh, reading all tags, uh, and it doesn't provide permission to configure AWS, which requires. So I think that can also serve for the rookie, which is admin 3. And it then doesn't mean that we can attach more than one policy to a user, depending on what we create. And if we decide to create the policies ourselves, uh, depending on how you know how to use the visual editor, this you can if you click on the visual editor, it will tell you what services you want the person to be able to do. Yes. So you would have this page. Let me see if you can see IAM somewhere there. Okay, IAM. Under IAM, we have said the first person should, so admin 3 should be able to, I think should be able to list. That would be his privilege, the
It's
access
on.
level it can have.
It just
For
lists.
admin
Yes. Yes.
2,
Yes.
the person should be able to, okay, I can hear you.
I can hear you. You are doing well. Continue.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said you are doing well. You are doing well. Continue. Can you hear me now? What you are doing is correct. Continue. I can hear you.
Okay, so yeah, I can hear you. So for if we are going to use this custom policy method, one would need to understand the resources as well. Because once you click on it and read, I think admin 3 should be able to. Okay, um, I'm not sure about that.
Admin 1 should be able to grant permission. Admin 2 should be able to grant read permission. While
Yes.
admin 3 is just for him to just for the user to just have an account, just view, list. So those are the 3 resources. But I want us to, this resources like this things I mentioned now is a very vague thing. But I want us to channel it to a department. Okay, let's do the general one first. Let's not make it complicated. Let's just say, okay, general. Then I believe in our next class, we're going to focus on one particular department because no company will allow you to give resources permission to all users because every user should belong to a certain, you understand me, a particular department. You understand? Because it's not fair, it's not a good practice for a user to read all resources. You know, it's not a good policy for a user to have read access to all resources or write access to all resources. They are always directed to a particular resources, you understand? But let's not go complicated. Let's just start with the major one. Let's see if we can how we can pull today through. Then we can look at the second one.
Okay, so let me try and create 3 users. We are so I'll allow you to generate the password. So it doesn't need to request this. Next is question. Sorry, it's a bit slow.
We know it's network.
So let me just try and head at the one. Let me see this user. So I'm one. I will have power user privilege, and that one tells that you should be able to provide full access to AWS services and resources. I think that should be just be fine for that.
Do you think if he has full access, which of the admin are you giving?
Yeah.
Which is that admin 2 or admin 1?
Admin one, the main no admin one, the main admin
The main
should be able to
admin.
give permission to for services and resources,
Okay, for services and resources, but does not have the permission to
but
give policy.
it cannot manage the users or groups.
Beautiful. Okay.
You can say can say resources.
Just say manage,
Then
able to manage
review.
resources.
So already see that this is pretty attached to the person, and he will be able to do anything other than that. That creates that.
Can you still hear me? Okay.
Uh,
I can't see your screen. Okay.
I've just share.
Mr. John, hope you are following through.
Can you see my screen?
Mr. John,
Okay.
Mr. John, can you follow?
Hello.
No, I can see your screen. I'm just asking Mr. John. Mr. John, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, beautiful.
So okay, okay. So I think
I'm
that
with
should do
you.
for the first.
Okay, no
I
wahala.
didn't put the person in a group since it's only one person, but should in case there will be other people, other users, then maybe we'll then be able to add them to it. Maybe other admin ones that will be managing resources as well. Then we'll be able to put them in a group. But since it's only one person, that's why I didn't bother to actually join them to any group.
Okay.
Okay, so you said the second admin should be able
To grant,
to
to
read.
grant, yes. You know what a read permission is? Do you know what a read permission is?
Yes,
Please share.
the person should just be able to view. It cannot. The person should be able to view and not do anything other than that.
No, it's more
So
than
you can
that.
see.
It's more than that.
Um,
It's more than that. A read permission allow you to copy. For example, a maybe a website. There are some sites what you just have to do in that site is just copy and use, but you cannot modify. You cannot delete. List means see,
yes,
just see, but you cannot copy. But when you say read permission, mean the person can copy, but they cannot delete it, or neither can it modify. You understand? So that is a read permission. So a write permission is you can copy, you can delete, you understand me? You can see, you can modify. That is a write permission. Okay. So I know we already know that because it took me time to also understand the difference between read and list. You understand me? But sometimes we always say list as read. You understand me? But read actually means to you can copy, but you cannot modify it. You understand? So
So the list will not be able to, the list will not be able to copy.
no,
Then
list you just see. It's like maybe you are looking at the cloud watch.
just
Maybe use cloud watch as example. When a cloud watch shows you parameters, or a list person should just do it just to read, just to see what cloud watch is saying. You understand me? But you cannot copy those logs. But a write permission, you can actually copy it, you understand me, and move it to another position. You understand? But you cannot delete. You
okay.
cannot even
Let's see.
cannot even move. You cannot even move anything. The second permission is what you are doing now.
The second one, yes, I'm trying to find the. There are many read permission depending on the services. So
Oh, Mr. Sukomi just maybe network took him off. Okay, he's back. He's back.
okay, so I think there's uh, can you hear me?
I can hear
That
you.
is, I
Yeah.
think we can attach this policy. It should work well. That
Yes, I am.
provide read-only access to IAM
Yes.
via the management console. I think so
Yeah.
this should serve.
Yes.
And also look at other. I don't think this will work. Okay, provide read-only access to, yeah. Uh, I think this also can work
Okay. What does the
since
access?
the
What is the
person will
thing?
be,
Provide only read access to, yes, just to read through the resources, but cannot do anything with it. So, Mr. Sukomi, you can now understand now
okay.
that even the IAM policy is broad. Or do
Yes.
you understand that it's more than just knowing
Yes.
IAM? Do you know you can even
Yes.
copy the JSON file and edit it the way you want? And copy, you can modify the JSON file
And edit it. Yes.
and edit it.
Eh, but that's for somebody that knows how to.
It's simple. There's nothing hard there. It's simple. If you open the JSON file now, you see that there's already a sample listed there. All you just need to do is just to copy some. Maybe you can copy the read format and paste it in. You can create a custom policy. Are you getting me? And just copy and paste. Most things we do in IT, people forget about those who will never know any IT. Most things we do in IT, we just copy and
Yes.
paste. Just know what you are copying. Just know what you are pasting. That's what we do in IT. Now let those we don't know IT, you feel say we know all the code. We don't. Most of us don't really know everything. You understand? But know what you want to do. Know how the schematic look like. And you can know the syntax and copy and use the right syntax. You understand me? That's just what all of us do in IT. You understand me? Forget about nobody. Nobody knows everything.
Okay. So if we
Just to
attach these two policies, then we can give it a name to say read only.
can read only.
Of course, we can add more tags, but I think this should suffice. And then
Always add admin to it so that people will know that when you are querying with tags, are you getting me? When you are querying with tags, it will be easy for them to understand that okay, this read only tag is for admin. You understand me? Because when you're talking about tag,
Yeah.
tag is known basically for only admin. When you want to query structure with tags, you understand me? So, but when you add admin to it, even those that are not in admin, when they see a tag, they will see admin attached to it, like, oh, this tag is for admin. To be easy for you to just query all the tags concerning admin once. You understand what I'm trying to say? Uh-huh. So continue. You are already doing well.
Yeah. So, no. Uh, I think this can be there. IAM user change password.
Um,
Okay.
it's,
You
a
can.
kind, it's okay because every user that the person creates, since it's a user is creating, the user should be able to immediately the user log in into his file. You should be able to change his password automatically,
Okay. Should be able
so
to
that
change his own
yeah, so that
password.
when something happen, you will not
Yeah.
say it's the admin that enter your account. You understand me? So immediately you change your password, the user automatically have full access to his responsibility to his own account. So anything that happens, he will be held responsible. You understand me? Even if there's a violation in the password, you should say, Julius, you are the one that, since you change your password, who did you give your password to? Who did you share your password to? You understand me? A person should have full responsibility.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, self, you are also even supposed to write a policy to the person that immediately you change your password, also delete your access key. You understand me? So that when you want to make use of CLI, you are going to generate your access key by yourself. So if anything happens to your account, you are in control. You don't have any. You'll be held responsible. It's all about being held responsible. Okay. Wow, you've created the 3 accounts. Have you? No, you only created 2.
So the two
Okay.
remains the last one. Remains the key account.
The rookie account.
It's taking a while for this.
Okay, I'm going to send
I think
another
that one
link.
should be able to just list.
The rookie account should be able to only create and list. Should have the capacity to create IAM account, and just the IAM user that they created the account should only have the capacity to list. We call it the list privilege. Have you heard of the word list privilege? If you
Yes.
immediately you
Can.
log into Azure, if you are familiar with Azure environment very well, even and as an Azure user, immediately you create an Azure account, you are automatically attached to list privilege automatically. So I'm going to send you another Zoom link. Huh? Please, in case this one
Yeah, we
expires.
still have 9 minutes. Let's see whether we will say.
Yes.
Or can I? Let me see if I can do this. So
Then
it's taking
after this
forever to.
class, I want all of us to go and read about single sign-in policy, single sign-in. We should go and read about role. When this class round up, is it possible to reconnect again with this link?
I don't think so.
It's possible.
It's possible. Okay.
So what I Oh, it's possible.
Okay. Then we'll
Like
just
7 days.
reconnect with this link then. I'm hoping to upgrade our account soon so that we can have access to whatever thing we are doing. Then
So I'm
after,
trying to do the third one.
okay,
Why
then
this other one is
our
red?
next class is going to focus on a department. Why our after that class, the other class that we're going to do, I want to focus on federation. Somebody else, somebody, I'm going to get an account with Microsoft. What do you call this account again that you use for federation? Microsoft. Can somebody SharePoint? Is it SharePoint or there's a name they call it? They always escape me. Okay, I'm going to get that account. Then I will share the link with you. So we're going to use that account, create a user in that account, and fuse it with this account. You can't see your screen, Mr. Sokomi. Okay.
So this other user is created. I'll just download the and then close. So we have one, two, then the third one. I initially started creating it here. Okay. Uh, you said they should be able to create. Let me see whether
His
I
own
see that.
responsibility is just to have the capacity to create IAM account. So immediately the HRO manager will just send in job description. So if the person requires to use the cloud resources, so this person will just have the capacity. The first admin person should have just the capacity to create an IAM account. His own is just to create an IAM account. Then after creating the IAM account, then the second person should just grant some read policy, you understand me, of the account, the one that he needs to read, the account he needs to copy. While the third one is only say, okay, fine, this is the resources that you can use. This is the resources that you can use. The third person will now have the capacity to just, okay, you Julius, okay, you have the resources, you can make use of S3 bucket. Since you belongs to the DevOps team, you should be able to make use of have full access to EC2 compute instance. Okay, since you belongs to DevOps team, you should have access to make use of the full Lambda resources. You understand me? You just be allocating those things. So when in near future the person wants to get another account to say, okay, please, I'll be moved to network team. Are you getting me? I want to have full access to manage all DNS resources. Okay, since you now say, okay, admin 3, you will now write the letter to admin 3. You understand me? Then admin 1 will now have to write a letter to admin 3. And say, okay, grant so user. You understand me? Resource capacity to make use of DNS. Then the person will now approve it. Immediately approve it. Then they will now, you understand? So in that, everybody is responsible for everything. So
So
maybe
will IAM full access? Will IAM full access be able to do that role?
I am full
Say
access.
right IAM, IAM over the
No, I am full access is too much for that
for
role.
admin 3.
Yes, it's too much. It's too much for that role. There's a role for it. So if you look at the IAM full access very well, you see that that person has more than the right to just create an account, but to also allocate policy.
So, yes.
We don't want that person to have the right to allocate policy. Just create and list. I believe you type IAM admin there, you will see, or support. I think check support.
So this one troubleshoot and resolve.
Okay,
Able to
that's okay. That no, not that one.
contact. Okay, configure user access.
Okay.
English
Not
policy myself. So maybe configure user access. User access.
say
No,
provide
user
access
access is
to
not
use
complete.
AWS. That's
Configuration.
no, it's too much.
That's the admin two. That's admin
That's
two.
admin 2 years. It's too much. Its own is just to create user. That's all. Create user and give list list permission.